Alright, I'm back. Okay, we finished the healer role quest. Now on to the next one. Melee DPS. I'll be quite at home here. That doesn't mean it's gonna be easy. In fact, I still, fully expect to die. Because, DPSing as a DPS is the easy part. Avoiding mechanics, well, that's a whole nother story. And I expect there could be a lot of that, for this one, so. Yeah, I kind of prefer this without the glove, actually. Let's see. Actually, no, for Reaper it works that way. It's fine. Kind of. Whatever. I'm always torn about it. Where are we going? Limsa la Minsa! Alright. I'll take care of the three main home city-states, I guess. And then we'll be off to Ishgard and Doma. Storm clouds brewing. Of course, we're gonna go help out, Melvid. Wonder who that is standing behind her. A Laminsan delegate would entreat your aid in dealing with a grave threat back home. What do you got? Ah, Leon. On behalf of Admiral Bluefistvin, I thank you for your many deeds in service to Limsa Laminsa. No problem, dude. We have received troubling tidings that beasts akin to those that plague Razapan have been sighted on the Lenoshan coast. The Admiral has mustered the Maelstrom in hopes of quelling the threat. Yet there is much we do not understand about our foe. And as such, your expertise in this arena would be a great boon to us. Will you help us? Wouldn't be much of a hero if I refused, would I? Excellent! The Admiral will be heartened to have your knowledge and martial prowess on our side, I am certain. Pray set sail for Limsa as soon as you are able. The Secretariat at Maelstrom Command will apprise you of the details upon your arrival. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for agreeing to assist us in these trying times. The Secretariat at Maelstrom Command will apprise you of the situation at hand upon your arrival. Right on, dude. Got to set up my timer. There we go. Okay. That's cute. So-and-so gives someone else a small hug to warm the heart. Aww. An emote I caught as I passed by. Oh shit. I'm here. Excuse me, miss. Ah, our man in Razatan told us to expect you. I'll inform the Admiral of your arrival. Right on. Glad you could join us, Leon. I only wish it were under better circumstances. The grave news from the bounty has not escaped our ears. I can scarce begin to imagine the horror of your witness there. It pains me to say the selfsame hell has come to Vilbrand. Fell beasts born of deepest despair have been sighted all throughout our island. Tell them what we know. The first report came a few days ago from one of our men patrolling Skull Valley. He spoke of a fearsome creature unlike any native to our shores. While we had our suspicions, it was only later that a connection to the final days was confirmed by a most unlikely source. A Sahagin. Really? We've been treating their tempered for some time now, and many have made a full recovery. Owing to this, some factions are eager to improve diplomatic relations with Limsa. That's good. You're making progress. It is for one such faction that has provided the most comprehensive reports in all their alarming detail. It is one such faction that has provided the most comprehensive reports. I read that all wrong. Well, almost. They speak of a most dreadful sight, their spawn brothers transforming into horrific beasts before their very eyes. Indeed, it is far too similar to the incidents in Razatan to be a mere coincidence. If our assumptions are correct, the first and most formidable of the beasts, a blasphemy as it was decided we would call them, prowls our waters as we speak. Fortunately, there have been no sightings of the blasphemy within the city. Nevertheless, if we are to spare our people the horror that befell Razatan, the fiend must be dealt with, and quickly. Despite our investigative efforts, we remain very much in the dark as to the precise nature of the threat we face. Were we to recklessly dispatch large numbers of troops, we'd run the risk of having our own men corrupted. You can well imagine the carnage that would ensue. As such, Admiral Bluefisfin has decided to keep those involved to a minimum, and lead the investigation herself. And I would have you at my side. What say you? You have my thanks. We will depart at once to meet with our Sahagan allies and gather what knowledge we can, that we might devise a proper plan of attack. They are due to arrive at South Tidegate soon. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. Right on. And so once again, we're in a place where a melee DPS class cannot even start its journey. They have ninja now, but you cannot start as one. It's funny how it's working out that way. The Admiral has arranged for a meeting to take place with our Sahagan collaborators at South Tidegate. Pray join her there as soon as you're able. It's well past our agreed-upon meeting time, but the Sahagan are nowhere to be seen. They did not seem the sorts to break their word. This bodes ill. Let us leave this place to the guards and search Halfstone for any sign of them. Okay. Oh, you found something. Shivering Sahagan. Shh. What is this thing? Nola's in danger. Quickly, to his aid! Defeat the felled beast. What are you waiting for? Go! Where to exactly? You said Nola was in danger, but where is she? Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't exactly get a pointer in which direction she went. There we go. You! Get over here! I need this. Your sacrifice was, worthwhile. There. Ooh. Shh. Many thanks, Shorewalker. But pray tell, is my companion safe? Roll would look into that. Shh. The Admiral herself that comes to our aid? Glad tidings indeed. You too have my boundless gratitude for saving my life. Let us quit this place before those beasts return. Right. Oh. I started flying before I hit auto-run, so it didn't... So I stopped moving, and then it didn't activate. Shh. Had the Admiral not come to our rescue when she did, I shudder to think of what would have happened. Shh. Relieved I am to see the both of you safe. Everyone's still alive. Good. But not if we stay out here too long. Inside, quickly. Thank you, my friends. Those ghastly beasts would have made short work of us had you not intervened. And yet it brought me no joy to watch them die, for, unbelievable as it may sound, until a short time ago they were none other than our very own spawn brothers. At first we thought them merely cursed, but our talismans and magics availed us not. Aye, 'twas no curse. 'Tis an evil like no other. Innocent souls transformed against their will into unholy beasts called blasphemies. Blasphemies? Pray tell us more. That would be your area of expertise, Leon. Yep. Shh. Turned into beasts by the power of despair. This is horrifying indeed. Thus far, the phenomenon here in Lenosha has been limited to the Sahagin. Why is that? They're not having a good time, obviously. Shh. I cannot say. Yet I wonder if the crushing tide are involved in some way. I know not of this crushing tide. Word of them has yet to reach you, I see. It all began with the Indigo Matriarch, the queen of our kind, was stricken with a grave malady. Excuse me, tragic as this was, there was one small solace. She was not fond of shorewalkers, and so deprived of her leadership, more of my kind came to see the wisdom in making peace with Limsa. There remain, of course, those who would oppose our cause. They formed a group they call the Crushing Tide. Even now they seek to summon the Lord of the World anew, and consign all finless ones unto the briny deep. However, they lack the crystals necessary to do so. Denied the power they crave, they can do naught but gnash their teeth in desperation. And you suspect these feelings of helplessness are the cause of their transformations? Just so. Those of our spawn brothers who turned into those beasts had been fraternizing with the Crushing Tide. Despite our differences, we cannot abandon our kin to such a cruel fate. Yet we must be careful not to drive them to still deeper despair. Yes, we must consider the situation carefully, lest we bring destruction upon all our kind. Tell me this, are the Crushing Tide even now under Leviathan's thrall? If freed from their drowned state, might they not listen to reason? Were it only so simple. All but a few are long since cured. They walk this path of their own free will. In that case, they may yet be dissuaded from their present course. For the sake of our nascent alliance, we will do all we can to save your brethren. Fortunately, a most capable ally stands with us, for this man has bested many a formidable foe, including Leviathan. Shh! The great Leon Starcrest in the flesh? Honored am I to stand in your presence. Together we will weather this storm and usher in a new age of harmony. This I swear. There is much to be done. For now, let us return to our homes and prepare as best we can for the trials ahead. Should we discover aught of value, we'll be sure to share it with you. I ask that you do the same. Shh. Indeed we shall. Until such a time, I watch over my spawn brothers and pray that no more succumb to the change. Milady? We're standing in the exact same spot. I was fully in there. The Admiral told me everything. Thank the Navigator that you were there to dispatch those terrible beasts. Of course, milady. Albert. Welcome back. Thanks to you and Null, I now possess a proper understanding of the challenge we face. It is a daunting task that lies before us. We'll continue to cooperate with the Sahagin to learn all we can. Once we have located the blasphemy, I will have need of your strength. Till then, I ask that you remain at the ready. Clearly, the storm clouds have only begun to gather. Right. I saw her do that. A crushing tide. Your timing could not be better. The Admiral has just this moment returned from meeting with the Sahagin. I shall inform her of your arrival. Oh, I didn't really finish commenting on the healer one, but I like that it kind of wraps up Fordola's redemption arc for Stormblood, you know? That was pretty cool. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. I like that they used the role quest that takes place in Alamigo as a way of, like, I don't know, wrapping up that sort of loose end, I guess? Like, I was wondering how Fordola and Ehrenwald together were going to be more involved in Endwalker, and I guess that's it right there. I mean, we might still see them in MSQ, but that's still kind of nice to see her for her redemption arc kind of come full circle there. Really cool. Also, hi, Deathwing Duck. Wait. Okay. Alright, I had to check something real quick, but... Anyway, yeah. Hope you're having a good morning / afternoon, Deathwing Duck. Welcome back. Ah, Leon, I'm glad you're here. We have decided on our next course of action. As you know, we face two distinct but interconnected challenges. The transformations occurring among the Sahagin may be one, but the blasphemy itself is the root of the problem. Thus far, those who succumb to the change have all been affiliated with the Crushing Tide, who continue to resist our diplomatic efforts. Were we to put a stop to the phenomenon, as well as address their grievances, we may yet have a chance at peace. To that end, I would propose a double-pronged approach. On one front, we shall work in tandem with our Sahagin allies to redouble our patrols. Should the blasphemy surface, we will share this knowledge and move immediately to dispatch the threat. At the same time, we will pursue a dialogue with the Crushing Tide. We need to bring them back to the negotiating table and then see what can be done to convince them to stand down. A key point will no doubt be the lingering issue of securing land for their spawning grounds. It is a discussion I intend to approach with an open mind. It will be no easy task, but we succeeded with the kobolds, and I have faith that we will succeed with the Sahagin as well, so long as we parley in good faith. I can only hope the Crushing Tide share that sentiment. Milady. You're wise to temper your expectations, but I would not abandon hope ere we try. At any rate, Null has, or I don't know if you pronounce it Null or Null, has sent word that one Dao, a priest who styles himself the leader of the Crushing Tide, has grudgingly agreed to hear us out. I will parley with him face to face at the Sapsa spawning grounds and would have you at my side. If you do not object, that is. Excellent. In that case, pray join me at South Padgate when you are ready. From there, we will go together. Lady? We welcome your aid in our negotiations with the Crushing Tide. Admiral Bluefistwind awaits you at South Padgate. Okay. So, excuse me, miss? I know I'm stupid, but whatever. Bang, bang, bang. All prepared, are you? Yeah, much as I'll ever be, I guess. Dao is not known for his patience. We must take care not to incur his ire. I was told he would be at the spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he has been delayed. Let us speak with the Sahuagin here. Mayhap one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. One more thing. I come here as a representative of Limsa on a diplomatic mission. Should the talks deteriorate and things come to blows, I cannot be seen to bloody my hands. I trust that you understand. And with that, let us be off. Okay. Thank God. Why do you trespass in our domain, vile shorewalkers? Look where she landed. She's right in his face. We mean you no harm. We come only for a peaceful parley with your leader, Master Dao. Where might we find him? Shh! We desire no parley with the shorewalkers who would steal our home. Were it not for your insatiable selfishness, we Sahuagin would grow and flourish. Your grievances are justified. That is why I would speak with Master Dao and work toward a peaceful solution. Shh! Empty words from the thieving shorewalker. But so be it. Soon you shall learn the futility of your efforts. Speaker Dao is currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. You will find him by the entrance. Though mark my words, you will wish you hadn't. We shall see. I thank you for your aid. Alright. Wait. First, let us see if any of the Sahuagin here possess any knowledge of Dao's whereabouts. You will find Speaker Dao at the spawning grounds. Seek him out if you like, but do not expect that he will listen to your empty promises. Sounds about right. I think we're over-leveled. Others will leave us alone. Shh! What is this? Since when are filthy shorewalkers free to intrude upon our sacred spawning grounds? Pray forgive our intrusion. We seek an audience with Speaker Dao. Where might we find him? You will do no such thing, shorewalker. We have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Be gone! We won't get much out of this one. Let's try elsewhere. But we're supposed to talk to him first, basically. Shh! Every moment you linger here sullies our sacred home. Shorewalker. Be gone from this place before I spear you through the throat. Let us search the spawning grounds and see if we cannot find this Dao. Should have probably just gone through the tunnel. Shh. Shorewalkers in our spawning grounds? To what do I owe the displeasure? Speaker Dao, I presume. Our apologies for entering into your home unannounced. I am Melvid Bluefisfin, Chief Admiral of Limsa, and this is Leon Starcrest. We come seeking a parley that we might strive for peace between our peoples. Parley, you say? Prolonging this conflict any further will lead only to needless suffering. The menace both our peoples face is great indeed. If ever there was a time to set aside our differences and come together for the greater good, it is now. I invite you to join us at South Tidegate for formal negotiations. Shorewalkers and Sahuagin coming together? What assurance do I have that you will not slit our gills the moment we set foot within your territory? I can offer naught but my word. We open our gates to you and invite you into our home as a show of respect. I do not trust you, Shorewalker, but let it never be said that Dao of the Crushing Tide was a coward. I accept your offer, but attempt any treachery or subterfuge, and your people will drown in their own blood. Very well, Master Dao. I look forward to a productive discussion. Let us return then. I shall send word to Null as well. I would have our Sahuagin allies join us at the parley. Right. Know this, Shorewalker. I come not because your words sway me, but to show my spawn brothers that Tao of the Crushing Tide is no coward. Fuck. Gotta go back to where we came then. Thank you for joining us here, Master Dao. Shh. The air here sickens me. Be brief. Aye, let us get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal with the potential to bring death without end to both Sahagin and Lamensan alike. These circumstances call for swift and united action. You doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we have liberated many of your kin from Leviathan's enthrallment. They and countless other Sahagin have joined us of their own free will that we may ensure the survival of both our peoples. Shh. Aye, by their deeds have the Lamensans proven themselves worthy of our trust. Master Dao, you and your Crushing Tide want only to secure a future for your people. I say to you, this can only be done by confronting this threat together. Shh. Threats. Threats? What is this threat you speak of? If it is unity you crave, then submit yourself to our command. Be as the Serpent Reavers. They are the only shorewalkers I deign to call friends. You would ask us to willingly surrender ourselves to your Lord of the World? I do. For that, and that alone, will ensure peace between us. Preposterous! You propose not alliance but servitude. This way lies nothing but death for all Sahagin. You hear this, my spawn brothers? The shorewalkers have stolen this one's mind. He decries Lord Leviathan and espouses the lunacy of our sworn foes. These treacherous wretches have abandoned our god and conspire to drive we faithful from our ancestral home. We cannot, we must not, let this stand. Shh. For shame, forsaken by our spawn brothers. They side with the finless ones and blaspheme our Lord Leviathan. Uh-oh. They who steal our spawning grounds and slaughter our children. Our future. Our future! Well?
Surprise, motherfucker!
This is what we were warning you about. Shh. Behold. Behold this blessing! Lord Leviathan grants us greater and greater strength. Oh my god. You would interpret it that way. You would call this a blessing? Shh. Such horrors. Flee! Flee for your lives! He's out. Uh-oh. Oh no. The beast makes for Airport. I leave this place to you. Right. I got this. Splendid. Splendid! Let all our spawn brothers be blessed with such power. Good thing we didn't tell them how to trigger it. Oh, shit! Wave unsheathed it, you know? Damn. Teleportation cost me to charge up. Well, I have time to do this at least. This is the second time you've saved my life, Shorewalker. My gratitude is as boundless as the sea. But what of the Admiral? We must go to her aid. Indeed. Shh. What a horrific sight. Oh no. Caught up to them and killed them. Damn it! I was too late. I am sorry. Shh. There is no need for apologies. You are not responsible for my people's plight. But what I cannot fathom is Dal's response. How pleased he was to see his brothers become slobbering beasts. The fool believes it a blessing from the Leviathan himself. Any hope for a peaceable solution will be lost should Dao and his crushing tide manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us. I shudder at the very thought. And yet the true threat, the blasphemy, is still out there, yes? Just so. The first ones to transform are those who have fallen into the deepest depths of despair. The more painful their anguish, the more fearsome and formidable they become in their bestial forms, and the greater their influence over others. Shh. We can scarcely hope to stand against a legion of such foes. Would that there was more my people could do to help. Excuse me, skipping a word there. I will have the maelstrom patrol the seas for the blasphemy, that we might slay it with all due haste. But this may well amount to naught. If the blasphemy too was born from a Sahagin, it could be sheltering in the depths, beyond the reach of our ships. In that case, pray allow my spawn brothers and I to serve as your eyes beneath the sea. Thank you, Null. Through our efforts combined, we may yet weather this threat. Or we might yet weather this threat, excuse me. As for your brothers, who gave their lives today for our cause, I shall see that they are returned home to be laid to rest as they deserve. Shh. You have my gratitude, Admiral. And with that, we should return as well. There is much work to be done, and would see it done quickly. Shh. I must take my fallen brother home. Good thing this beginner didn't come by when I was doing that, because... Again, I can only imagine if a new player runs across you doing one of these quests and they try to help against one of these monsters, not seeing how high its level is. Yikes. Their sacrifice won't be in vain, but yeah, they'll die pretty quickly, actually. Oh, you've returned. The Admiral was just briefing me on the events at the spawning grounds. Yeah. Ah, Leon. I was just sharing our findings. So you see, the danger is exactly as the Sahagin described. While Dao and his ilk have no means of forcibly triggering the phenomenon at present, it is plain they intend to seek one out. Redouble our patrols offshore and inform me at the first sign of anything out of the ordinary. It shall be done, Admiral. I worry that we may be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I will recall our forces from Garlemald. Yet I would reserve that as a last resort. For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon. Sounds good. Old heroes never die. The Admiral left a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears that a Leminson merchant ship was assailed by a Sahagin raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds of Ogamoro. The Admiral suspects that Dao means to use the plundered crystals to summon Leviathan. She has gone to meet with Null that we and our Sahagan allies might take swift action. He bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to the worst, your experience in combating primals may prove essential. Pray make for South Tide Gate and rendezvous with Admiral Bluefistfin at once. Well, this is going to be interesting. Admiral Bluefistfin awaits you at South Tide Gate. Pray join her as soon as you're able. If they summon Leviathan and with everything that's happening right now, is it going to alter its appearance, I wonder? Well, either way, there's a storm brewing. Perfect weather, right? Gales. Oh, that's why there's so much wind hitting me in the face. Windy as shit. Very ominous weather for sure. Very bad mojo. Shh. It's good to see you safe, friend. Hmm? Thank you for coming, Leon. The situation is grim. A crushing tide plundered one of our trading ships and seized the goodly stash of Ogamoro crystals. Shh. But their aim is clear. It appears they yet lack the quantity needed to perform the summoning. Thou longs for the days when every Sahagan cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance, and will stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the crushing tide are thinking. What satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god? And so we must thwart their designs, lest the bond we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy nor the transformations its presence may bring about. A battle on two fronts, neither of which we can commit to at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose? Yeah, I'm really gonna say this. Might we turn to the three great pirate powers for aid? As it happens, I've already enlisted the Executioners, the Krakens, and the Sirens to the cause. They've done much to bolster the Maelstrom's efforts to scour the seas for the blasphemy. So if we're to seek reinforcements, we will have to turn elsewhere. But to whom? Let us recruit the Yellow Jackets for the cause. Is he really gonna make me say this? Please, no. Not them again. The Yellow Jackets are... Oh, fuck. Are spread thin, keeping the coast safe from the crushing tide in their raids. We cannot afford to dilute their ranks any further. No, we must look to another party for assistance, I'm afraid. Any other ideas? Oh my god, not these assholes again. Alright, it sounds like a job for the Company of Heroes, as much as I hate to admit it. The Company of Heroes? Now that's a name I've not heard in some time. Yes, and I was grateful for that. It is true that they answered the call many a time. Indeed, other than you and yours, there are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slaying. Somehow I doubt that. Maybe once upon a time, but I don't know anymore. But they disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair has been seen of the commander since. Aye, absent their leader, I suspect they will be reluctant to join our cause. And yet, I can think of no better option. I'll contact Biscuit, their erstwhile commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not hear us out. I will ask him to meet us at the Drowning Wench. Let us hope he is receptive to our offer. No, might I trust you and your brothers to continue the search for the blasphemy in the meantime? Shh. But of course, Admiral. Should we discover anything, you will be the first to know. Oh, fate. What the hell's going on? 1 second. Why didn't it show up anymore? It's a little strange. Shh. Worry not. My Spawn Brothers and I will keep our eyes on the crushing tide in the meantime. I will reach out to Vice Cat, the former first mate of the company, and see if he is willing to meet us at the Drowning Wench. I'll see you guys there. Damn. Fine. Get trolled by the map. That figures. Harini! It figures. After what you put me through, I'm gonna tear your fucking heart out. I can't believe I remember that. Milady? She doesn't catch a cold wearing absolutely, or almost absolutely nothing in this weather. I'm trolling myself? Which way was it? Okay, that works.
Bruh, look at this dude.
Oh, and I might catch a cold. That one? My apologies for the delay. Stop. Oh. So your plea fell on deaf ears. And here I swore 5 years ago that I was done playing hero. Oh, I see. She wanted to surprise me.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Never heard this music before. Yep. Oh god, it's all of them. Well, except for Real, he's a Scion now and he's with us, but... Could someone explain what this is all about? Believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Take that polearm... Take that polearm out of your arse, my old friend, and stop pretending you're not still a murderous bastard at heart. Watch that wicked tongue of yours, you odd, lest I skewer it and prove you right. Ah, nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of the wench's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? Shh. Long time no eye catch, Uplanders. Brayflox is tummy tickled to see Gobby friends again. Thank you for assembling on such short notice. Spare us the pleasantries, Admiral. Why are we here? I make a simple request. Reform the company of heroes and lend Limsa Laminsa your strength. That's a heavy request. They all have their own lives now. You've a reason, I'm sure. I would hear it. The company of buffoons is back in our lives again. Thought we were done with them after a Realm Reborn. But hey, they gotta tie up everything, right? Close up all loose ends in Endwalker. Everything. Well, almost everything, really. So far, it feels that way, though. So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as Blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sahagin into ravening beasts. Known as a blasphemy, I missed the letter there. At the same time, the Sahagin themselves, specifically a hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, had declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. And again, should they succeed, we would be hard-pressed to deal with the Primal while still dealing with the other threats. A right pickle indeed. But the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it's not my place to gainsay his final order. Sod that, I say. Have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger not the same men and women we fought to defend years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them, and neither should we. Bold word, Blandinel. But do you truly believe that we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time? Ah, yes, your commander. Crimson. What if Leon here were to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question his abilities. What?
What the fuck?
An intriguing proposition. I, for one, would not be averse to serving under such a decorated hero. The psh. Gobby friend has goodly head for fighty think, and goodly arms for thinky fight. As ringing an endorsement as any, but I would hear it from the man himself. Do you believe you are capable of leading the company of heroes into battle? Well, I do like food, but still. Better battle than a banquet. Still nursing that grudge, are we? Nice! I suppose we still owe you a dozen favors. If you're willing to lead, we'll follow. Damn right I'm still nursing that grudge. That was such a gigantic waste of time. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying a more leisurely life, but when duty calls... Wait! Before we proceed, I must ask, have we no way of reaching out to the commander? Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so we could each find our own way apart from him and the company. I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, the missions you will undertake. First, you are to aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the sea. Second, you must prevent the crushing tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? And there I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge. But in all seriousness, we should take care to decide who attends to what. Sounds like a job for our acting commander. I'm sure he'll give it all due consideration. Of course. Vice Cat may be skeptical, but I, for one, have little doubt he will prove a worthy commander for the company of heroes. Brayfox happily gives handlending to Uplander. The others may gripe and groan, but not me. I'll be the first to admit that I missed the action. Please think twice before assigning me to the same groups as Landano. I don't know what's worse. His tendency to wave his lance in people's faces, or all the shouting and blustering he engages in while doing so. He's enthusiastic about his role. Have we finished with all the logistical nonsense? I'm eager for a taste of the old violence. You know the flavor. I know. So if I understand this correctly, we're to bring down this so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we'll need to find the damn thing first. We've also got to prevent the crushing tide from summoning their god Leviathan. A tall order in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who'll be doing what, based on the skills we each have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of the strengths and weaknesses. Mostly strengths, of course, of the storied veterans under your command. Alright. Then let's talk. Friend. That's what we do. Talk. Whoa. My specialty, you ask? Why, impaling fiends with this lance of mine, of course. The stronger the foe, the better. Not a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishmen. Send me against that so-called blasphemy and I'll have the thing on a skewer before you can say Merlvid Bluefisfin. I mean, he certainly is eager, but is that a good idea? Fuck it. I don't really give too much of a shit. Go ahead. Pursuing and slaying the blasphemy. A wise choice. Send Landonal after the Sahagin and he'd like to help them summon Leviathan to sate his bloodlust. Ha! That's true. Now we're giving orders just like in that one scene in the War of the Two Gardens in FF8, where Squall had to give out orders to the whole garden. I will speak plain. I am not some battle-crazed barbarian like Landonal. As none of the U, a tribe of peerless hunters, I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than any that to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser it is to observe from afar and proceed with caution. Okay then, prevent the primal summoning. Easy choice for you. Very astute, if I do say so myself. There are a few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Iwad Nun. Nuna. I don't know. I was like, why is the camera so low? As you well know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather not come to that. My condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. Wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations and the like. Well, they're making this pretty easy, aren't they? You have a keen sense for these things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle. Shamani has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved. Last one, I think. Shh. Greyflock's master remaker of Illuminati treasures. Offers much handling with ingenuity. Far-seeing spyglass sees far into ocean deep. Backfires go boom and blasts feasts into bitty pieces. Okay, you want to fight. Pursuing and slaying the blasphemy. A logical choice, if I do say so myself. Greyflock's mastery of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling that beast. It would seem everyone has their assignments. And I dare say the choices you've made are nigh impeccable. If I didn't know better, I'd think you'd been leading us for years. Thanks, man! Not that it was that hard. And with that, it is time we got to work. I have procured link pearls for one and all that we can keep each other apprised of our progress. You may pick them up from Maelstrom Command. We best be off then. If we have need to regroup or reconsider our strategy, call for us. Okay? I will return to command and share these developments here with the Secretariat and our Sahagan friends. Do join me if you can. Commander Leon. Oh, shit! I got a status upgrade. Wait. Yeah, that's like... Who's this? Admiral Bluefisbin has tasked me with overseeing communications between you and the Company of Heroes. First, you'll be needing a link pearl. Pray speak with the Secretariat. Oh wow, this is getting involved, isn't it? I have just finished briefing the Secretariat. She has something you should find useful. Alright. Ah, Leon! The Admiral has apprised me of the situation in full. Furnish Leon with a link pearl, yes? Of course, Admiral. Team, the company is trying to reach us. What do we got? Hello there, Commander. Just give the word and I'll come running. Lower your goddamn voice, will you? Watch your tongue or I'll track you down and rip yours out. Oh my god. They sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where Leon comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with. Fuck. We'll have the Secretariat contact you if there are any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I will reach out to Null and see what he has gleaned about the crushing tide in their hideout. Let us hope for good tidings, Commander. Yeah. Let's... Ooh. I've been tasked with facilitating link pearl communication among the company of heroes that you and your men might focus on the task at hand. Right. Milady? A mother's suffering. Grave news, Leon. We've just received word that Candlekeep Quay is under attack. It would seem the crushing tide has struck again. The Admiral asks that you deploy the company of heroes at once. Our man here will act as your signaler. Our communications officer will assist in relaying your orders. Alright, let's do it. The company of heroes is awaiting your orders. Candlekeep Key. I said it wrong earlier. I said Quay, I think. Both Landonel and Uadnun should be close by. What are your instructions? Landonel is a hot-headed warrior who lives for the thrill of battle, while Uadnun is a calm and calculating hunter. Both can serve you well, but better if assigned to a task suited to their skills. So who am I ordering here? Both of them? Drive the crushing tide away. Go all in, man. DPS. Consider it done, Commander. What order will you give to Uadnun? Oh shit, I didn't realize I was giving the first order to Landonel. Thank god I said that. See the residents of Candlekeep Key to safety. Understood. The rest of us will head there at once. I'll tell the Admiral you and the company of heroes are on your way. Godspeed. I think I'd live to see the famed company of heroes not only reform, but fight at our side. Yeah, well, better that than what they had me do at the beginning of my journey, but... You have orders from the Admiral to make for Candlekeep Key and provide support for the company as needed. On my way. The lady? It's an imposing glam. Ramza Bonham. Interesting. They reached level 19. Good to know my colleagues haven't grown rusty in the years since we disbanded. Grey Fox's treasures go boom! Blast fishing into bitty bits! Is that all? And I was just getting warmed up? You kept us waiting long enough, Commander. Not that I'm complaining. More fishmen for me to skewer. Meanwhile, there's two of them right there. Worry not. The tide has already ebbed, if you follow my meaning. I do. Whew. Perhaps you're curious how your men carried out your orders. I am, actually. You'll be pleased to hear that Landonel led the attack with his characteristic aplomb, dancing amongst his foes with such speed and ferocity that were dizzying to watch. As a dragoon/lancer should. Uadnun made full use of his talents in leading the rescue effort. Not a single man, woman, or child suffered so much as a scratch. That's the tank's job. Protection. I had my doubts at first, but you've passed your first trial as acting captain with flying colors. Hell yeah. The battle is over, I see. It is good to see the company of heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Candlekeep Key? Shh. I spit on your questions, filthy shorewalker. I was hoping we might do this the easy way, but if you insist... Shh. So you would torture us? You shorewalkers are all the same. Savage brutes, the lot of you. Torture? Please, we are not so uncivilized as that, my slippery friend. Shh. Greyfox's shiny treasure will have fishmen trading tongue claps in no time. Excuse me? What's going on? Allow me to explain. Shamani, Lomani, and Brayfox are well practiced. Oh, fuck. Excuse me. Well practiced in the art of interrogation. Without torture? Okay, I think I'm good. Shamani has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed, and an knack for getting information out of uncooperative types with a minimum of fuss. Brayfox, on the other hand, her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results. Well, Commander, the choice is yours to make. One person. This is a little bit more difficult. I'll go with Shamani. A little bit more cool, calm, and collected. Brayfox is more of a, like, Landino, you know? But of course, Commander. Watch as I get him talking without so much as lifting a finger. They tell me your kind are particularly fond of Lenosian oranges. Might I interest you in a glass of delightful orange wine brewed from our latest harvest? Shh. This is... Shh. Another glass, Shorewalker! I demand it in return for the crimes you have committed against my spawn brothers! A mere glass, my friend? Why, I'd be more than happy to offer you a full bottle, nay, an entire cask, if you provide us with the answers we seek. Is this gonna work? Shh. We have a deal, Shorewalker. For a cask of that blissful beverage, I will tell you all my secrets. I can't believe that fucking worked! Again, I ask, why did you target Candlekeep Key? Dao himself gave the order. Said we must establish a foothold in preparation for our assault on the city. He means to attack Limsa Laminsa itself? But with your numbers, that would be folly. Shh. Speaker Dao commands power beyond the comprehension of you shorewalkers. We have dealt with Leviathan before. You misunderstand. Speaker Dao says it is a greater power still, the very first being blessed by our Lord. The blasphemy. Tell me where Dao is. Shh. An island far to the south and east. There he performs the rite that will summon forth the Divine One and deliver my brothers and I to glory. Thank you for your cooperation. I suspect that Dao is hiding out somewhere in the... what? Field delays? A deserted isle, most likely. I don't know much about these so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily? Nope. We have no evidence they can, but we must operate under the assumption that Dao has found a way. I will ready a ship. We set sail for the Steel Delays at once. Prepare yourselves and meet me at the docks as soon as you are ready. Right on. I'll have Shamani and Brayfox continue the interrogation in the meantime. Our friends here might still be hiding something from us. Of course. Orange juice, go figure. Don't you worry, Brayfox and I have the situation under control. Shh. Brayfox keeps watchy eyes over this place, or watch eyes on this place. Watchy eyes. You know, I gotta hand it to them. At least they made it they made it a little engaging and, you know, interesting with, having to give out orders and all that. It's kind of nice. It's not just straightforward cutscenes and dialogue for days like the other two have been. And they made this one a little nifty. I like it. This is the enemy's stronghold. Never forget that they have the advantage. I don't know blasphemy from a hole in the ground. All I know is that I'm ready to kill the bleeding thing. Let's see how this blasphemy likes my axe between its eyes. There you go, tell him. Everyone is here? Good. We make for the sail delays in search of Dao's hideout. Our friend Null will be waiting for us there. The blasphemy too may be present. Be vigilant and keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, do you have any words for your men on the eve of battle? All for one. Why not? Both are cheesy. Can't say I've heard of that motto before. Nor I. At any rate, let's be about it. The Three Musketeers. Oh, this place! Wait, no. This is taken straight out of Hullbreaker Isle, but it's meant to be a different place. Ooh! Oof. Definitely gotta grab a bite to eat after this. We meet again, Dao. Where is the blasphemy? Tell us now so we may end this madness. Shh. Holy shit!
What? What the fuck?
Speak of the bloody devil. Shh. There it is. The dread beast I saw beneath the waves. The source of our woes. Time to kick some ass. Oh. The echo? Of all the times! It always does this. Damn it! I can't... Defend the commander! It's their queen? Shh. I bring grave tidings, my queen. The wretched shorewalkers poison the minds of my spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. Our poor beguiled brethren renounce Lord Leviathan and name him a false god. They treat with Limsa and some even call for an alliance. We must summon him, that the lost might receive of his blessing anew. This I would gladly do had our stock of crystals not run dry. Spawning time is nearly upon us. Yet you fight and bicker amongst yourselves? How am I to birth a new brood when my children grown stand divided? Who dares enter the sacred chamber? Shh. Forgive my intrusion, Queen Mother. I speak for the Sahagin who seek an accord with the Shorewalkers. A new age is upon us. We needn't turn to false gods, nor foment bitterness and bloodshed in our precious spawning grounds. The Shorewalkers have changed. They endeavor to understand us, to share these lands with us, that they may have peace, and we our spawning grounds. Could this be true? Lies, lies! Do not be deceived by that one's delusions, my queen. He is a heathen who has strayed from Lord Leviathan's light. The Shorewalkers are oathbreakers, now and forevermore. As they extend one hand in friendship, they clutch a dagger in the other. We are beasts in their eyes, deserving of naught but slaughter. Oh, for a blessed moment I felt the faintest touch of hope. But you are right, Thou. They are demons, and we are damned. Oh, for woe! My poor children have lost their faith. Their minds poisoned by lies, they turn away from the Lord of the world and cast their lot with the enemy. 'Tis so, my queen, 'tis so. We will have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and sink into the ocean's floor to rot and decay. He knows what he's doing. Thou, dearest of my children, You tell them that we have no future. You tell them that we have no future. Look at him. He knows exactly what he's doing. How can I bring new life into this world knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me? Oh shit, it was timed! I cannot! Well, that's why we have, you know... Where is it? See, the moment I fucking move it too. And now I actually need it.
It's rewind time.
Let's see what she said. 30 seconds. I don't think it took me that long. What did she say? She said, how can I bring new life into this world knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me? How can I bear this unbearable sadness? Damn. What an asshole. He knew exactly what to do. He was sharp enough to figure it out when he first saw it. Shh. Oh, what's happening? Please, my queen. You must calm yourself. Shh. Oh my god. Just watched her eat them. Such power. Such beauty. A blessing from Lord Leviathan himself. What the hell's happening? Huh. So this is a blasphemy, eh? I can see what all the fuss was about. Excuse me. Have your wits about you? Good. If you can fight, now's the time. Right. Alright, let's do this. Shh. Strike now, my queen. Send the Shorewalkers and their honorless leader to her death. What the hell is that? Whoa, what's happening? Can't feel my legs. Shh. Why? Why, mother? Are we not your children too? Well?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Gonna hit us again. Damn it! We cannot weather another blow like the last. Nope. Oh shit! Sling some lead at it and it works, huh? I still don't know what in the seven hells just happened, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna go down without a fight. Steady? The beast is feeding on our ether. Will not survive a head-on fight. Just like the Sin Eaters. Landonel, Uod, remember the company's stratagem when faced with overwhelming odds. Retreat! Retreat! Let's get ourselves the bloody hells out of here! You got that right. We're too cramped to fight in here and we're outnumbered. But who was it? Someone saved our asses but didn't want to show themselves. Who this? Maybe it's the old commander of the Company of Heroes. No one I've ever seen. Psh. Were the other beasts we faced also once my spawn brothers? I cannot bear the thought. So that was the blasphemy. Intriguing creature. For the first time in many summers we find ourselves with a worthy foe. Not a good thing, though. Face to face with the damned beast and I could barely lift my spear. Next time, mark my words, that bastard fish is gonna pay. I'll hold you to that. When no path to victory can be found, flee and fight another day. Might not be the kind of approach that make a bard sing your praises, but it's kept us alive and that's enough. Yeah, discretion's a better part of valor. I won't begrudge you that. Damn it all! We'd have better luck holding back the tide. How goes it, friends? Is what I would normally ask, but judging from the muttered cursing, I gather it did not go all that well. We barely escaped with our lives. I think the damned beast had the power to stop us in our tracks, literally. What do we know of the creature's origins? Was it once a Sahagin as you suspected? Mayhap the echo afforded Leon some insight. It was their brood mother or whatever. Shh! Thou's villainy knows no bounds, sowing seeds of despair in our queen mother's heart that she might transform into that monstrosity. If she was the first to turn, then there was nothing deliberate about it. Still, there was nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear that his words served as a catalyst. If we killed the blasphemy, it'll be tantamount to killing the Sahagin's queen. That's not gonna endear us to them one bit. Shh. I cannot turn my spear against the mother who birthed me, let alone take her life. Damn. Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? Were it not for them, we'd all be dead. I know not, but we must formulate a plan, and quickly. My scouts tell me that the blasphemy has left the island and now roams the open sea. I will order them to continue the search. In the meantime, we must find a means to overcome the beast's formidable offense. Leave that to us. Time and again, we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest odds. To defeat your enemy, first you must know your enemy. Tell me, Commander. What do you reckon was the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? That's obvious. But the blasphemy has the power to absorb ether. I concur. Now that we know how the beast disables its foes, we can use this knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. But that is not all we have learned. While the blasphemy can maneuver through the water, it also frequents caves and the like. Our best chance of defeating it would be in such a place. Our only chance, I dare say. I will send scouts to identify any and all large caverns and coastal areas that could serve as shelter for a massive creature. To ensure the safety of our people, and to have any hope for peace with the Sahagin, this is a battle that we must win. All your strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed. Come, let us share our findings with the Maelstrom. Man, it's kind of sad. What the hell are they gonna do without the brood mother? Of course. The lady. If even the famed company of heroes cannot bring it down, this so-called blasphemy must be a formidable beast indeed. Right? The Admiral told me of your encounter with the blasphemy. The result may not have been ideal, but I am heartened to see you return safely. Now that we have seen what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, 'tis more plain to me than ever that it must be slain. Reach out to all trade ships entering and departing Limsa. Inform them that any sightings of the blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once. Understood. But given the beast's abilities, how do you intend to overcome it? I trust that the company of heroes and Leon, experienced primal slayers, all will find a way. And yet I would leave no resource untapped. There is one more whose expertise I would call upon, if he would agree. Even Vicecat is at a loss as to his former commander's whereabouts, but mayhap Ainzar could offer some guidance? No doubt you are still fatigued from the battle with the blasphemy. Pray rest while you are able. While we are ready to take further action, you will hear from me. Till then, take care. Damn. Out of the shadows. What do we got? Ah, Leon. I wish I had better news for you, but the blasphemy continues to elude us. Can you hear me, Commander? This is Vicecat. I have an idea how we might take down the blasphemy. Meet me in Costa del Sol as soon as you are able. Well, that sounds promising. I'll tell the Admiral you'll be away for a bit. Godspeed and stay safe out there. Apologies for having you come all this way, Leon. Ever since our encounter with the blasphemy, I've been racking my brain to find a way of dealing with its debilitating attack. Sadly, I've come up empty-handed, and my companions fare no better. That's when I started thinking, if only our finest was still with us. He always had a knack for noticing when the rest of us missed. What the rest of us missed. His eyes were so sharp he could spot a foe's weakness with a single glance. It's thanks to him that we were able to slay both Leviathan and Titan, and live to tell the tale. The rub is, well, he's a bit eccentric. And yes, I know you could say that about all the company members. But unlike us, he prefers to work from the shadows. Truth be told, I've not seen him since the day we disbanded. I doubt he'd help his old comrades even if we asked. But an order from the company's acting commander would be a different story. In our heyday, we had a way of reaching him. Whistle at the forked road, and sooner or later he'd show himself. Didn't matter when, winter or summer, in broad sunlight or the dead of night. He'd always be watching from afar. With any luck, he still is now. Maybe he's the one who saved us? But I've rambled on enough. Go on now. This may be our best and only hope. Right. I forgot to check something. I could rewind quite a bit, but... Oh, never mind, I can't. That doesn't matter for now. Here I was, enjoying my retirement. Why'd you have to go and bloody whistle? It's the guy? It is! Sup? Call me Lawrence. I'm the company's resident sharpshooter. At least I was in my day. Don't need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Really? Leon took offense to that. Leon's like,
You bastard!
don't get the wrong idea. I'm just curious how my former mates are faring. Not as curious as folks were about me, though. First Vice Cap, then old Miss Beard himself. Ha! As if those codgers could ever catch me. And now Eorzea's storied hero summons me forth. No need to say why. You're gonna ask me to help you take down the blasphemy. Yeah. I'm not that, I'm not that aggressive. Have you forgotten the duty of the strong? Never could refuse whenever someone trotted out those acne words. So tell me, acting commander, what specific duty would you task me with? I trust you do have a plan. Of course. So you need a way to neutralize the beast's most potent attack. I can tell you like getting up close and personal with your foes. So you'll be needing support from a distance. Who do you suppose might be best suited to that role? Well, you, of course. Damn right. My eyes are among the keenest in the realm, as you've doubtless heard from Vicecat. I'm in pure marksmanship, none in Limsa are the Admiral's equal. Yet Merlbib is ill-suited for a supporting role. Not for lack of skill, of course, but rather... Come to think of it, there's something you should know. Follow me. He wields guns, yes, but... She's less a sniper and more of an upfront fighter, even so. I like the name of her guns, though. The Annihilator and the Death Penalty. Up here, then. What's up, dude? Where's the lunch pail they're supposed to be holding on their waist? The machinist, I mean. Quite the view, wouldn't you say? I often come here to admire the sea. It's a pretty good spot. If you would indulge me for a moment, and I'll spin you a yarn. Just try not to doze off. Alright, I'll do my best. I'm getting kinda hungry, though. Back in piracy's golden age, the League of Lost Bastards ruled the Rotana. Yeah, that's the one that Merlvib was a part of, right? I was one of them, as was Merlvib. We were led by none other than her old man, Bluefisfin. Nice name. The most feared captain on the high seas. Feared by his enemies, that is. Stern and unforgiving though he was, he took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. Aye, he was like a father to me. To us all. Till that fateful day. It was in the year 1562 of the 6th Astral Era. Laments and merchantmen were struggling with nigh constant raids by the Sahagin. Around this time, Bluefist had yielded the day-to-day leadership of the bastards to Merlvib, his pride and joy. She was still growing into the role, though, and everyone knew the old captain was still calling the shots. Old Bluefist had a noble streak, he did. Ordered us to defend the traders from the fishbacks. Merlvib led the effort, and we fought day after day to keep the seas safe. The fighting was fierce, but we always came out of it in one place. Peace, excuse me. Until we didn't. Until after a skirmish, a Sahagin survivor with his last breath summoned forth the Lord of the World. The great beast toppled our masts and cracked the keel like an egg. We clambered aboard the merchantman as our own ship sank. Naught to do but wait for the end. But then comes Bluefist and his bleeding flotilla out of nowhere to pull us out of the fire. And he did. But the League of Lost Bastards would never be the same again. For even though we'd escaped with our lives, we soon discovered that Captain Bluefist, our iron-willed, unwavering leader, had fallen under Leviathan's thrall. That's tragic. So Merlvib lost her dad like that? course, in those days, we didn't know much about drowning or tempering. Didn't know what to make of our captain as he grew more haggard by the day, his words devolving into crazed rambling. Then one day he vanishes, taken off with half of our men. Not long after, a band of pirates calling themselves the Serpent Reavers began taking prizes in the Indigo Deep alongside the Sahagan. At their helm was none other than Captain Bluefus, who'd cast his lot with the fishbacks. That's how they were formed. Wow. Again, plugging up plot holes, wrapping things up, I like it. Marlwood knew what had to be done, and to her credit, she didn't shirk from the deed. She acted quickly, sneaking off under a cover of night with a skeleton crew without so much as telling me. Of course, that didn't stop me from stowing myself in the cargo hold and joining her on the voyage. She was none too happy to see me at first, wanted to leave me out of it, she said, but seeing as I made myself known when she was struggling to fend off a horde of reavers and fishbacks, it wasn't hard to win her over. Her twin muskets fell in one after the next, but my sharpshooting kept her safe from afar. We cut a path to the center of the isle. It was there we found Bluefus, or rather the miserable wretch he'd been reduced to. All bones, with skin shriveled and a tangled mat of white hair, eyes bulging from his head like a fish as he prayed to the Lord of the world. Marlwood challenged him to a duel, and a dim memory must have flickered in his drowned mind, for he accepted. And so, with only me there to witness it, Marlwood ended her father's life. The League of Lost Bastards would have lived up to its name if it weren't for Marlwood. She assumed full command and restored us to our former glory. Not long after, she triumphed in the Trident and was named Chief Admiral of Limsa. I often think back upon that day, seeing her charge into battle, muskets blazing. Might seem reckless to some, but that's how Captain Bluefus taught her, and she knows no other way. Like part of him knew that he was beyond saving, at least at that time. And he would, the part of him that was still him, yearned out to be set free. And by who else would he want to do it but his own daughter, right? To be free in death, so that he wouldn't have to be a slave to Leviathan. That's why I made it my job to support her from the shadows, and it's a role in which I'll happily serve again. I owe that much to her old man. My only doubt was whether you, my friend, were worthy of commanding me. But watching you from afar has answered that question. Aye, tell Ricecat and the rest of my no-good companions that Lawrence still stands with him. Or Lawrence stands with him, excuse me. Alright, will do. Did Lawrence show himself? Haha! Now there's a surprise. I had some hope your words might reach him, but never did I imagine he would agree so readily. Ah, just one thing, Leon. I'd appreciate it if you didn't mention to Lawrence's involvement to the company. Landino in particular. They'll find out soon. They'll find out soon enough, regardless. Bad blood there? At any rate, this gives us new hope in our battle against the blasphemy. All that remains is to set the snare and lure the beast into our clutches. Our scouts are on the lookout for the creature as we speak. If the latest reports are to be believed, we are drawing ever closer. Alright. And with that, I'd best get back to it. Can I trust you to report these latest developments to the Maelstrom? Until we meet again, Commander. See you around, buddy. The Admiral should be pleased to hear that Lawrence will be joining our fight. Sure she will. Whatever Vice Cat is planning, one can only hope it works. Yeah. The search for the blasphemy continues, though I understand you've been carrying out an entirely different investigation. Why yes, milady. Not in vain, though. A marksman by the name of Lawrence, eh? The Admiral will be pleased. Of course, we won't have much call for his skills until the blasphemy is found. Rest well and prepare yourself as necessary in the meantime. Lawrence. Why does that ring a bell? The Calmer Thieves. Despite our best efforts, the blasphemy continues to elude us. For the time being, we... Sorry to interrupt, but I have an incoming communication from Vice Kid. Commander, we've snared ourselves a blasphemy. We've our erstwhile companion Riol to thank. Knowing that the creature was once the Sahagan Queen, he kept a close eye on the spawning grounds. Oh shit! Fellow Scion. Sure enough, he spied a massive black shadow moving beneath the water not long ago. After receiving word, Shamani Blomani directed the Maelstrom warships in the vicinity to herd the beast with cannon fire into the Stasha Sea Grot. We're going back there! Isolated as the Sea Grot is, we can engage our foe without putting small folk at risk. Any words for your men, Commander? Company of heroes? Assemble! I couldn't help it. You don't have to tell me twice. I've been aching for a rematch. Rush in blindly and it will go as poorly for you as it did the first time. Ha! Knowing you, I'm sure you'll show up just in time to see me deal a killing blow. Now. Can we not save our vitriol for the quarry which I've lured to the perfect spot that is now waiting patiently for all of you to put it out of its misery? Brayflox's gobby booms blast over big blasphemy into bitty pieces. A motllier crew you'll never find, but we'll serve you well when the battle is joined, believe you me. This is Merlvid. I will ready a warship at once. Assemble outside the wench once you've all seen to your preparations. Here we go. A big one. So the time has come. I shall pray for your victory. Thanks, I think I'll need it. That's it. I finally remembered where I heard the name Lawrence before. As I recall, he had quite the reputation in Limsa a few years ago for all the wrong reasons. Admiral Bluefistfin awaits you at the Drowning Wench. Godspeed. What the fuck's happening over there? He's back! There it is. Sam Cat Reaper and G-Poser. Nice. I noticed you put up the Craigasm emote when we saw him here last time, Crimson. That's how I was like, there he is! Ah, Leon. The other should be along soon. Well. 1 second, because I gotta use the restroom. So. Now we'll just let these two think I'm watching them or something. Make it all awkward. Like this. See what they do while I get back. So I'm gonna use the restroom, so I'll be BRB. Alright, I'm back. Hey, that's cute. Some chicken and maid outfit being followed by a little Yotsuyu. Little wind-up Yotsuyu. Catboy over there still, posing. Probably. And there we go. Alright. Get on with this quest battle, shall we? Streaker just ran by. Ah, Leon. The others should be along soon. So let's do this shit. The blasphemy is still contained within the Sostasha Sea Grot. There we'll meet its end, navigator willing. Yeah, exactly. 1 second. Alright. Shh. Would that my brothers and I could join you in the fight. And yet, blasphemous though it may be, that beast was once our mother. I understand, Noel. Forgive us for what we must do. Were there a means to reverse the transformation, we would do all in our power to bring your mother back. Sadly, there is nothing left for her to save. For the future of the Sahagan and Limsa Laminsa alike, the blasphemy must be laid to rest. And when the deed is done, I would bring your brothers, even the crushing tide, aboard the great ship we call Bilbrand. I do not want to slay your mother, but this thing she has become, a mindless beast who would enslave and kill her own, is an affront to the memory of who she was. It is not her. Wait, yeah, it is not her. It is not. Remember this always. You must. Damn, dude. Coming from Merlvid, now knowing what we do about her, she didn't say that lightly. She definitely had flashbacks to when she killed her own father for very similar reasons. I will not ask you to shoulder the burden of matricide. When the time comes to strike the final blow, I will do the deed. Shh, Admiral. All you say is true, and yet... Everybody! Mushy mushy! Commander! I've sighted a group of fishbacks. Crushing tide, most like. Heading straight for the sea grot. You'd best make your way here. And fast. Alright, Real, I'm on it. Time to move out then. Any words for your men before we set sail? Of course. Don't go dying on me out there. We're all coming back from this alive, alright? Our new commander's sounding more and more like the old one. Huh, I'll take that as a compliment. But enough talk. It's time to show the realm that the Company of Heroes hasn't lost a step. Aye! Now this is the Company of Heroes. They're less buffoons now. Well, they're still buffoons, but this is like a redemption arc for what they did to us back in Realm Reborn. We'll stand a better chance of slipping past the crushing tide if we split up. Leon and I will go together while the rest of you take a different route. Let us brook no further delay. This is Stasha. The very first dungeon. Shh, my queen, I beg of you, pray show your loyal son mercy. You really thought she was gonna do that? She was playing with fire. Crushed. Blasphemy. The indigo beast. You would think she was still pregnant even as a monster with that belly. It's Dao. Or what's left of him. We came just in time to see him die, not in time to save him. Shh. Speaker Dao! Why would our queen do such a thing? Not your queen anymore. It is as the shorewalkers say. What we thought a blessing is in truth a terrible curse. Oh, now they understand. Shh! The horror! We must away at once! And leave the shorewalkers to face our queen mother alone? No. I will stand with them. That's surprising. You mustn't sully your hands with the blood of your mother. Go and be with your kin. Go! Shh. Forgive me. Want to save them the tragedy of, you know, killing their own parent like she did. She knows the pain, so... There he is. I was beginning to think you wandered off a cliff, Lawrence. Must you say it like that? I prefer to think of myself as fashionably late. Always a party of three, I like it. Oh, shit! But enough talk. It comes. Alright, here we go. Here it comes. We're counting on you, Lawrence. Leave it to me. Alright, what's the first thing we gotta do? Aye, no enemy's weakness escapes my eyes. Just one shot here, and... Impressive. Aye, there we go. Roar! Uh-oh. Now what? See how easy that was? I reckon you can do it too, Acting Commander. Just destroy them. Oh, there we go. If we don't take out those orbs, this will be over before it starts. You ready? Oh, I see. Hit it from the front. Gotcha. Oh, they're teaching you positionals. I got it. That makes more sense. Time again. That trick of yours won't work on us anymore. Ain't that right, Acting Commander? Of course. Is that all you've got? Time to put you out of your misery. Oh shit, here we go. Where is it? Holy shit. Over here! Tells me at the last fucking second. Spread out, all of you! Why did he come to the same corner? Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't think I was gonna make it. See what I mean? It's all about paying attention to mechanics while still trying to keep up uptime. I knew it was gonna be like this. That's why I knew it was gonna be easy. That's what I forgot to do. There we go. Oh. My children. Where'd it go? Let's be wary. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh shit! backup is here. Hell yeah. Alright, Vice Cat's tanking. Alright, cool. I was getting a little worried. I was like, we might not make it.
In my sights.
One of those, huh? Interesting. I like it. Oh! What the? Oh shit. We just killed him or? Damn! Were we supposed to just kill them all or what? I didn't understand that. I was like, there's too fucking many, dude. Well, that's why I knew I was gonna die. I didn't understand that mechanic. I didn't get it. What were we supposed to do? I said we have to kill them all, but we were getting nowhere. Let me try one more time on normal. I feel like there's something I missed. Alright, so first we watch this again. Or maybe I was a little too late to get to where they were. Maybe they did some kind of defensive thing I couldn't see because this thing's so massive. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. Let's probably just do one. They don't have that much health. Oh, there we go. To the same corner as me. Every time. Group them up so we can kill them all quickly.
You're in my sights.
Have a minute. There we go. Okay, so here at first they said we should kill as many of them as we can, right? I'll stick with them this time. Yeah, to finish those beasts quickly, it says. Or what did I miss? It says, Vicecad, defend us with your blade. So, oh, that's what I missed. I wasn't in range of, presumably, what, his limit break? I was too busy trying to kill these things, I didn't read that shit. Great. That, or I read it and did what I usually do. I tuned it out because I was still trying to kill everything. Well, we still gotta do it. Again. Where the hell? I thought they were gathering somewhere. Jesus. How am I alive again? That's enough ether to go blasting this entire island. We better work fast. I can't even get up. Shh. We stand with you. Hush do we. For the future of the Indigo Deep. Oh my god. They actually showed up. No. And the crushing tide. Let us stand as one, my friends. Oh my god. This is turning into an all-out fucking war. Holy shit. Everybody using limit breaks and shit. Hi! Holy shit, man. Yes, like I said earlier, I knew that the role quests for DPS were going to be all about mechanics, so I fully expected to die on one of these. That's why I called it harder mode. Harder, in general, than tanking and healing, but again, it all depends on perspective, really. I find dodging mechanics a lot harder, so for me it's harder. You would think tanks and healers having to dodge mechanics and do their jobs would be harder. And in some instances it is, but for these role quest battles, I actually found it easier. That's the reason why I didn't die on those. I will not ask for your forgiveness, but this I promise. You will be remembered for the mother you were. Shh. Admiral, I have no words. Our Queen Mother returns to the depths in eternal slumber. With your strength, you could have crushed us easily. Why did you spare our lives? The beasts and blasphemies are born from the despair in our hearts. But no more. I would break this cycle. Though Tao may have been blind to it, I believe in a future where Sahagin and Lominson live in harmony. Even after losing who she was, your queen made for your spawning grounds, and it is there she drew her last breath. When your next queen is crowned, know that she will have a safe place to raise her young. Once you have selected a suitable location, Limsa will recognize and honor your claim. A promise for which we are grateful, Admiral. But what of the other peoples of Ilbran? The kobolds are open to the idea. The details will need to be negotiated, but I am confident we can reach an agreement. Sahagin, Kobold, and Lominson alike yearn to abide in peace. We can make it so. Shh. I have never fought alongside shorewalkers before, but I must say, it felt good. We have fought our neighbors for generations. It has won us only suffering and tragedy. I beg of you, lay down your spears. It will take time and effort to bridge the gulf between our peoples, but bridge it we shall. Oh, he's sneaking off again, this little shit! I dare say we have a lot of talking to do as well. Don't we, Commander Lawrence? I knew it. Landon, if you just allow me to explain. Let's be off before they drag us into this mess. Yeah, exactly. Insane. Poor bastard. He is fucked. At last, it's over. We can take pride in the respite we've won, but we must never forget those who could not be here with us to enjoy it. Fighting with Gabi friends gives Greyflox good feels. Yes. Wondering where I was during the battle? Well, I wasn't slacking off, if that's what you're implying. My duty was to protect the ship to ensure our safe return. Truly. I dare say that blasphemy was the most formidable foe our company has ever faced. I must further hone my skills lest the next enemy prove too tough for us to handle. Who invited this bloody bastard anyway? You're not gonna like the answer to that. Oh there! Good to see our acting commander hale and hearty. Shh. Forgive us for what we have done, Queen Mother. Shh. Why did we ever believe that monstrosity was a blessing? What fools we were. More so the guy that believed it till the very end. Lawrence? But now he's gone. Perfect timing, acting commander. You must save me from this bloodthirsty bastard. What? Well, Lawrence, let's hear your excuse, and it had better be a good one. Why in the seven hells were you skulking about in the shadows while we did all the dirty work? Ha! Like you lot would be any happier if I'd showed myself sooner. I can hear you whinging now. What? You didn't think we could handle this on our own? I'd be bloody furious regardless. Don't think I've forgotten what happened, or rather didn't happen, on the day of our duel. Oh, they were supposed to... Even though the future of the company hung in the balance, I waited, and waited, and waited some goddamn more, and still you never turned up. But I've got you now, and I will have satisfaction. Given Lauren's penchant for late arrivals, I couldn't help but worry too. To say he cut it fine would be an understatement. And not by choice, as usual. Our scouts observed him roaming near Costa del Sol not long ago. It would seem our commander's woeful sense of direction has not improved in the least. I'm honestly surprised you never realized, Landonal, that was to blame for his extreme tardiness. That the commander did indeed arrive at the agreed-upon location for your duel. After the sun had risen and set half a dozen times. So he's like that one guy from One Piece then, right? That one character who can't... I think it's a dude who triple wields samurai swords, right? I don't know their names. He has no sense of direction whatsoever. Navigator, take me. Shamani, you promised that would stay between the two of us, excuse me. Ah, Brayflux, you have a kind word or two for your old commander, don't you? Psh. Commander Lawrence, commander no more. New commander, friend to Gabi's everywhere. Does many sweatworks for Gabi kind. Ouch. Abandoned by everybody. And there I thought you were too much of a coward to face me in battle. Come now, Landonal. You know me better than... Oh! Then it's settled. We fight here and now. On your guard! But put that thing down, I said! You could hurt someone with that. He sulks. Damn it. Hard to believe he was once the glue that held this merry band together. That's right. If you hadn't yet realized the obvious, Lawrence is our former commander. Forgive me for not stating it plainly sooner. I didn't want you to think we doubted your leadership. He's got his quirks, but as you saw, he's a force of nature on the battlefield. Anyhow, I think we can all say your stint as acting commander has been a rousing success. Now I reckon it's about time you gave your final order. Psh. Company of Heroes band break once more? Greyflocks never liked parting with gobby friends. Here, here! I may have my complaints, but when we're together, a good fight's never far away. You hardly need a company or commander to get you that. And should Limsa again be imperiled, there's nothing stopping us from rising to the occasion. Till then, you're all strong enough in your own right. Why not serve the weak in your own ways? They couldn't argue with him there, huh? It's time for you to do what I once did. Give your men their final orders and send them on their way. Seems that way. Did they say that before? Yeah, they did. Okay. Alright. You've had quite the turn of duty, but all good things must come to an end. Any parting words before we go our separate ways? Give Gaguruji my best regards. Finally, I can enjoy some semblance of peace again. At least as much peace as a man can enjoy waiting hand and foot on the Lord of Costa del Sol. It may have been rough sailing at times, but I rather enjoyed serving under you, acting Commander Leon. You know, I just remembered I actually failed the mechanic with the healer one too, but somehow I survived that one. Because I didn't move out of the way of the storm cloud and I got hit by one. But again, it seems like it's more forgiving. DPS have it tough when it comes to that. As I said before. There, it's like one misstep and you're fucked. Well, if you've something to say, let's hear it. Return to the whalers and keep the murdering to a minimum. Ha! As if I needed you to tell me. While I enjoyed the diversion, I know as well as any that my true place is in Gridania leading a respectable life. You may not have been the perfect commander, but 12 is my witness. I hope to fight by your side again. Farewell. I await your orders, Commander. Look after the you, brave nun. I have responsibilities. A tribe that wants for my guidance and protection. I can ill afford to tarry here much longer. Nevertheless, it is with some regret that I take my leave. For all their faults, of which they have many, they are my companions, and I will miss them. This was a lot more fun than what we did with them in Realm Reborn, right? Well, let's hear it, Commander. You owe me a bottle of your finest batches. Indeed, indeed. I mean to return to Wineport as soon as I've tied up a few final loose ends here. Speaking of wine, I've always preferred the older vintages. Left to sleep in their barrels for many a summer, they come out tasting better than ever. One might say the same about our own company. Greyflocks wants busy work. Greyflocks awaits Uplander's flip-flaps, or lip-flaps. No more cheese wars. Please. Can't believe that led to Alexander and all that shit. Shh. Greyfox feels heavy-hearted, but accepts Uplander's bossy words. Greyfox had good times and happy fields with Gobby friends. But good times will come again, and when they do, new boomsticks will bring Blasty Doom with much fastness. Right. Who's left? Ah yes, Lawrence. And on that note, I ought to be on my way. Slipping away again, are we? You are a creature of habit. I resented you for it at the time, you know, but I think I understand now. Better to shun fame and not serve as an example for glory seekers too eager to fight and too quick to die. You're overthinking it. I'm a creature of whimsy. A man who lets the tailwind carry him where it will. But more importantly, this new age belongs to the new blood. I've had my day in the sun. If you succeeded in brokering peace with the Beastmen, there will be no need to worry about Primus. And the company can go into permanent retirement. And then I can say I did right by the old man. If you hadn't been there for us both, I don't know if I could have pulled the trigger. Thank you, Lawrence. Brother. Bah, I did nothing. It was you who shouldered Captain Blueface's burden, and that of the entire League. I'm sorry, Merlid. I know it hasn't been easy for you. But I dare say you've worked hard enough. Maybe us company folk aren't the only ones in need of a retirement. Ah, but I've said too much. Lawrence holding his tongue? Gods, you have changed. But yes, my greatest test as Admiral still lies ahead as we steer the great ship Bilbrand towards a new future. You truly are your father's daughter. I owe you my thanks too. Dare say you did almost as good a job of keeping my men to task as I could have done. Take it easy, dude. I'll let a hunch, but something tells me our paths may cross again. But forgive me if I carry on like I've never seen you before. Not unlike my old friend Mistbeard, I prefer to keep my past in the past. Alright. And with that, I'm off. Take care of yourselves. Why does that make it sound like an excuse for them to reintroduce them into the story through like MSQ and then act like this didn't happen? What he just said. Because that's what that sounded like to me just now. Shh. Why did we ever believe that monstrosity was a blessing? What fools we were. I said that before. Anything new with you? Nope. Same thing. Shh. The blasphemy is no more, but we will never know lasting peace until the crushing tide agrees to lay down their arms. It'll be a daunting task, but as we saw in Sastasha, they are not beyond reason. I will do all in my power to see that your efforts and the sacrifices of my brothers were not in vain. Shh. Forgive us. Even after being freed from false god's thrall, still we clung to our hateful beliefs. It was easier to hearken to Speaker Dow's every word and turn a blind eye to the harsh truth. Easier and cowardly. I will return and speak with my brothers at the crushing tide. I will tell them of our Queen Mother's sacrifice and the vision of hope you have shared with us. I ask only that you give us time, and trust us to make our own decision. You have my word. If you would not be averse, let us return to the spawning grounds together. Adventurer, I have no words to express my gratitude to you. I will repay you the only way I know how, by doing my part to usher in an age where Shorewalker and Sahagins stand as one. Just us now, it would seem. Ever since we achieved a measure of peace with the kobolds, I prayed that this day would come. Though it is, of course, only a beginning. Negotiations must be held, and words exchanged in earnest will invariably lead to flared tempers and bruised egos. But such things always accompany meaningful progress. The history of Vilbrand is one of bloodshed, but we have the power to change our ways. After all, it is clear we are united more by our similarities than we are divided by our differences. I will share what I have seen of the Sahagin with my fellow Laminsans and listen closely to their doubts and concerns. For it must be a harmony not foisted upon them from above, but one which they aspire to of their own free will. No doubt, Null and his brothers feel the same. Again, you have come to Limsa's aid, my aid, at a time we needed it most. When we next meet, I hope 'twill not be as admiral and adventurer, but as friends. Mayhap trading war stories over ales at the Wench. I'd love that, actually. That'd be great, Robert. But for now, I must return to my duties. Drafting reports and decrees is hardly the most exciting part of my role, but it is a necessary one. If you happen to pass through Radatan, pray share your exploits with our delegate there. Doubtless he will be interested to hear your first-hand account. Excuse me. One day, I will lay down these muskets of mine for good. And again. But not yet, Father. Not yet. Back to Radatan it is, then. Well, this place is more lively now than it was earlier this morning, isn't it? Leon, you returned. Pray tell, what news from my homeland? Everything's all good now. Extraordinary. And a chance at peace with the Sahagin? These are heartening tidings indeed. Without a doubt, you have helped to dispel the pall of despair that once hung over all of Vilbrand. Our people now bask in newfound hope. I must share the news with the others. Full glad will they be to hear that the threat to Limsa Laminsa is no more. Thank you again, my friend. There we go. More than loss. Only 2 left. There we go. Alright, time for me to take another break. Yeah, this one's gonna be a long one. I'm gonna log out for now, I think. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like I said, I kind of saw that coming. It was one momentary lapse of concentration where I either read it and didn't pay much heed to it, or I paid heed to it too late, which is really what happened. Because I remember thinking to myself during the fight, I was like, oh, so we have to kill these things because of what they said. I saw them move away, and I was like, maybe I should stick with them. Always trust your gut instinct. I should have. And then when I heard them say that, they told Vicecat to protect everyone, I was like, I got a little confused. I was like, wait, but we still have to kill these things, right? So, like, what do I do? So I just kept fighting until I killed the one I wanted to kill the one I was working on. Then I realized what was going to happen way too late. So, I teleported to them, but Vicecat had already used the limit break or whatever. I guess, whatever it was, the damage vulnerability thing that kept everyone alive. So I got there too late, and that's why I died the first time. I was like, damn. I don't expect it to be any easier to do range DPS and caster DPS because those are even squishier. So the mechanics are going to be way more unforgiving, I think. Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, with the healer role quest, that battle, I failed one of the mechanics, but I still lived, barely. I had like one small chunk of health left and I didn't die. But that's why I said I think tank and healer are more forgiving in general when it comes to mechanics. But yeah, so I think ranged and caster is not going to be any easier for sure. I'm definitely going to have to stay on my toes and try to be a little sharper at the dialogue. Pay a little bit more attention, but I've said it before. I suffer from information overload sometimes, and I get overwhelmed. So I fuck up when that happens. That's what happens. Nobody's perfect though, as they say, right? I went into it fully expecting I was gonna die at some point, and I did. But yeah, so like I said, I'll come back and well, I'll try to stay a little bit more sharp for the next one. After we get through another 2 hours of dialogue, since that's roughly how long it seems to go for each one. About 2.15 hours? Well, yeah, about 2 hours and a quarter is usually the length of these role quests, so yeah, I'll come back to do the other two in a bit, and until then. So as always, thank you all very much for watching. Aiden Lorcan, Crimson, Deathwing Duck, thank you very much for accompanying me as I record these videos. And as always, to all of you, even those you watching in the future, thank you for the support on YouTube and Twitch, and please take care of yourselves, look after each other, and stay safe. Till next time, please have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. I'll see you all then. Bye, everyone.